Hello, my name's Dr. Roger Yonke, and I am a doctor of Chinese medicine, traditional Chinese medicine. Traditional Chinese medicine is acupuncture, herbal medicine, massage, and there's another piece. It's called QiGong, and this is a video about QiGong. QiGong is the part of Chinese medicine that teaches you how to heal yourself. So whether you're doing this on your own to stay well or get well, or whether you're doing it in relationship to your medical program with your physician, QiGong is a practice to support you in healing yourself. QiGong is a new revolutionary form of exercise, unfamiliar in America and Europe, and yet it's coming into these cultures like a tidal wave. You're a part of that revolution. So I hope you enjoy this program. Practice these exercises frequently and share them with your friends. QiGong is that fourth piece of Chinese medicine, and it's the part of Chinese medicine that you don't get from the doctor. You can. There's forms of QiGong that you can get from the doctor as well, but the essential nature of QiGong is that it is something that is done by the patient. So it's a very unique and wonderful piece of the medical system of the Chinese that we do not have in the Western world, or have not had in the Western world, which is the piece of the medical system or the healthcare system that the citizens or that the patients can use at home themselves to heal themselves or to complement the medical treatment. So that aspect of Chinese medicine, if there are four pieces, acupuncture, herbs, massage, and QiGong, that is the piece that the patient can do themselves. Now, the history of QiGong, the origins of QiGong, are veiled in the mysterious past, because the writing system of China was being developed around the same pace as the writing systems in all or many ancient cultures. And so around the era of 1000 BC or so, writing between 1000 BC and 500 BC, long time ago, we're talking about 3,000 years ago, there was some discussion in the writing of those eras of QiGong or QiGong-like practices, that is, self-healing practices, as well as practices utilized to deepen one's relationship with nature and the cosmos. And so, because they were written about then, means that they were probably actually in place, historically in place, QiGong-type practices as much as 1,000 or maybe even 2,000 years before that. And so the speculation, because it can only be speculation, is that QiGong probably has roots of approximately 5,000 years. But that is a process of consistent refinement. So in one way, what we have as QiGong today is probably somewhat similar, but then also quite different, because even today in China there are new forms of QiGong being assembled out of the riches of the past. The philosophy behind the original ideals of QiGong basically goes all the way back to the original philosophies of China itself. And that goes back into really the beyond the veil of written history, into mythological times. But our current understanding is that by the time we got to about 500 BC, there was a very strong Taoist movement in China, and there was a very strong Confucian movement in China. So that 500 years into the BC, which is 2,500 years ago, there were two basic philosophical systems that had emerged out of the original shamanic the ocean of shamanic activities. And some of the basic concepts of those philosophies are: be natural, relax, that there is a force in the universe that is brought you to life, that will sustain you through your life, that creates all of the phenomena that you experience: health, disease, wealth, not wealth, relationships, your work. Everything is pouring forth from a realm of what we would now call a quantum field, a field of an undifferentiated field of all kinds of possible outcomes. The Chinese knew about this. This is fantastic. The Chinese knew that that we lived in a quantum world 2,005 to 3,000 years ago. They did not explode an atom bomb. They did not accelerate. They did not need an atomic accelerator. They did not need to build anything that you can plug into anything. They realized all of this with no budget whatsoever, merely by practicing these methods that we're talking about, of being quiet, regulating the breath, and listening to or paying attention to the nature of nature. It's that philosophy that is behind QiGong, the Chinese methods of self-initiated healing, the self-applied health enhancement methods, which are the methods that are proposed in the book, The Healer Within. All of those self-healing concepts which suggest that the most important healer is within you, and that the most profound medicine that you could find anywhere, whether it's like doctors' offices, hospitals, particularly special medical centers, pharmaceutical research companies, the most profound medicine that you could find anywhere is produced within the human system. It's a miracle, because the most profound medicine in the world is produced within us, and it doesn't cost anything to turn it on. It's a breakthrough. It's a revelation. If people pay attention to this, everything will change.